Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, as per example, you so you have to check any given string is palindrome or not. So, as the logic, what I'm trying to explain is that whenever you have a one string, string is a kind of array of character, right? Array of character. So you have to check this first value with this last value. Okay. If these are the match, then again check you this. If both are the match, if this is not match, then you can say it is not palindrome. But if it still match, then you can again check these two. Whenever you come on the middle, you have only one character, so don't need to compare. Just say yes, it's palindrome. So let us static boolean is palindrome. It will take one string. Okay, input. Whatever input we have to just return in as false. So here, let us we have a one example. String uh, data equal to, let's say example like radar. Okay. So whatever the you are input getting. So in this example, we get this radar. So here we have a 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index. So one how we have to check 0 index value with a your last index. And if both are same, then the same work we have to repeat for left and right. Let us we have to declare one variable left initialize with a 0, and let's one declare variable right. Right would be your input dot length minus 1. Okay. So now you have a two variable. Okay. Whatever the you have a array of content, so you declare one variable L, left variable, one your right variable. This point to this point to this. Now you get those value and check both are equal or not. If both are equal or not equal, if not equal, then return it's not palindrome. If both are equal, then you have to increment this and decrement this. Now your L become this position, R becomes this position. Now again you check these two value, right? So so how many number of loop you can? This is the two. Again you check. Again L become here, and again R become here. When after that U plus this, U plus minus this, U become a same position. The sometime after incrementing your left and decrementing right, you reach the some position where L and R are the equal. So we have to run the loop until both are the not equal. Or simply say whatever the your string length, just run half, right? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So here we have to run the loop. Say run the loop. Let's while loop or any loop you can use until your LL less than, or you can say In case of equal to, you don't do anything. Both are equal. At that time, you don't do any comparison. And here you just check if your uh, input dot char at this is equal to input dot char at right. If both are equal, then means we have to check again left and right. If both are not equal to, then what you do? If not equal to, then we say it's a not a palindrome. Then what you have to say ki left equal to left plus 1, and you say right equal to right minus 1. And now you're done. Let's check. Here is your pass input data. And just run it and check the output. So what did this say? Is it true or right? So here you consider what you doing. Whatever do we have input, whatever do we have in the case of our radar, so these are the by default 0%, 1%, 2%, 3%. So you first say one left variable which point to your first position, another your this is the left variable, and this is your right variable. You loop until left is less than right, right? Because equal to don't do anything. If you check these two are equal or not equal, if these two are not equal, then you can say it's a not prime. I'm sorry, it's not palindrome.
Yes, sir. But if the length of string is even,
Let's
then
do let's do it. Let's add here like something D, right? And so what do you think? It should be palindrome or not? It should be.
yes, sir, it is. But sir, can you put a 1D to any other character?
Uh,
But sir, in a condition we will write while L less than equal to R.
So it will not check, I think so. These because it
which
will.
any input? What you take here? What I can write?
Yes, it will check. Can you write any other character so that it will
Like
become
C,
false?
like C.
Yes.
It will false. Let's
Yes,
run how it's works. Let's
yes,
run.
I got it, sir. Like in first,
So
for,
yes, you have in this our example you have put in like a R, then A, then D, then C, then A, then R. So your first time L here and right here. So if both are equal, yes, its condition fail, then you can increment and decrement. Now your L become here and right R become here. Again you check match, yes, it's match. Again you come here. Then you notice it is not match. It is not match, this return false. So here we are running loop until L less than R. L less than R. After that there is no need of comparison, right? In the case of equal to also not need, until less than this value, this portion less than with the right, you can run the loop only. Is it correct?
Yes.
So, Khushpreet, any doubt till now? This what you are we are doing here?
No, sir.
Simply, we are getting two variable, one point to the left side, one point to the right side. First time we just comparing these two. These two are equal or not equal. If not equal, then you can say it's not plannable. If equal, then we just increment this one and decrement this one. Just check next one. Just check next one. If all are the true, then in last say yes, it is a palindrome. In this, we have added one question if in the case of like case insensitive, right? This way, right? Something question was that if this is the small and two lever both considered as a in this case it will be fail, right? It will be fail because small d and capital D are not match, because here we are comparing with the ASCII value. So if someone asks question, can you just ignore the case as well as? So what we have to do here, you have to just convert your input in one format, any one, okay, to lower or to upper, and after that your code will work for case insensitive information as well as. Now it will be true, right? So as per the someone asked, can you consider case sensitive or insensitive information? So you have to just convert your input into the one specific order and then put the logic. So that was your question, Balwant. We have to consider case insensitive as well as, right?
Mm, yes. And sir, one more question. If we return inside the while loop over here, then
Mhm.
the loop would run, I think so, just one time and it would return and we will
Yes.
come out of the method.
Yes. Whenever you write this return keyword, that means ki from here this go to the outside of method.
Yes. So the method is over at
Yes.
that point.
Method completed. Your loop break. Your method break also.
Suppose we write the return in line 22 and
20,
then
22
after
here.
21 means yes, and then it would just check our first and last character.
Yes.
Then it would return directly true.
Mhm.
It would not check the means inside. What means the one time loop will run just one time and we will come out of method.
Yes. Returns means, please note, whenever you are writing return keyword inside your method, that means ki you are to just return out from method itself, from where this line execute. If you execute from here, you return here, return as well as. So your code return from here. After that, no line will be executed. Whenever this return keyword execute, after that, no line will be executed. Return, you can say last line of your method execution.
Okay.
Right?
So it means whenever our code reaches on the return, it would come out of method.
So from where this is called, this call from main method, this call from here, the control come here, and you can print next this line. So this is the same logic. Last to last call, I just requested you to do in reverse the any input or string using this logics. In this way, you can also do the reverse, right? Reversing the your input string. This is the same logic. Just we have to change something here, right? Here we are just comparing and returning true false. In this case, we have to write the reverse logic, right? So let you will try. Okay. Anything else want to discuss for the day?
Yes, sir, that is.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is the next?
So just that is the problem for today. Uh,
O-
like, yes, we have discussed and made the algorithm, but we haven't got the time to write.
Okay, no problem. Which one?
Just this one we discussed, the palindrome.
Okay, okay. Let us you try yourself, okay? And then you figure out how it's work or not works, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what you
And so,
let's
how can we reverse the numbers using this?
okay. So generally this yes. For reversing number, you have already used the modulo operator, you can already do it, right? So let's here. Let us uh, static uh, string reverse first, and it will take your string input. Here say key we have to return the reverse. So what you can do? So let us you have a first uh, take our input dot where. So now you have all the characters. Okay. Here the last time for reversing any input strings, what you have to do? You have to first take this one variable zero position and take this variable last one and just swap this value swap here and this value swap here. Similarly, go to the next and swap again this value to the here and this value to the here. Again swap this value to the here and this value to the here. In this way, whenever you go to the half of your length, your number or your input string will reverse. Whatever the array you have, maybe int array, string array, anything, right? So in the case of our input strings, so similarly, same logic, whatever you have written, same logic here need. Okay? Your left should be 0, right should be your input length minus 1, and then you just have to check. Here we need to logic the swapping. Here, not we are checking, just here swap these two number. So you know how to swapping one character to another character, right? So how to do? Just take one temp char, okay? Just hold uh, the hash of L position value and just hash of L position. You write hash of right position, and after that you can say simply hash of your right position equal to your left. Should be T. So here, same thing you are running the logic, just here swapping the character. And after whenever you loop complete, you will notice, let us here. So for some being just I return null and just I show you print the here as out arrays was to carry your hash. So what is the here characters and just after this. and just all. Let's pass any data, A, B, C, D, and if you run. So you notice that this is my input data A, B, C, D, and just replacing this with this and this with this. Again, you're replacing this with this and this with this. Finally, you notice your array reverse. So the logic is the same. Just instead of comparing, I am just swapping those numbers. Right now, you want to return the string. Here, the string again. So here simply you can use string have a different constructor. So you can use string and here pass your chars. So they return the your new string with the reverse. And now whenever you get output here,
So, sir, we can directly put the array inside the.
this is the one
Uh,
constructor. Yes. So just
okay.
comment out
Otherwise, sir,
here
we can use the for loop, and then also we can use one by one.
one by one. But this Java string class offer this facility. So why not we use, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
here your let us string now. You get the reverse. Whatever the reverse you have. So here let's pass some string input reverse. Maybe so now you can get now you just pass your input, and getting a reverse. So this logic is solve many problem when you are doing some array operations. Okay, so sometime this will help whenever you are array. You want to perform two activities at the same time. There are two options to reverse. One option to reverse, you can get uh, start loop from last and copy here. Okay, again here and copy here, again copy here, here, again copy here, here, again copy this, and again copy this. This is the one logic where you have to run loop the whole input length and copy one by one. We can also solve the same problem with a half loop. Whenever I am copying this to this, at the same time I replacing this to this. So here we are doing the both things. So sometimes this logic help like doing reverse, help like doing checking the palindrome, any other problem as well as. Got your point? Any doubt here? How to do reverse using this concept?
No, sir. But sir, I have one doubt. Like here, the array must be of characters only, or it can be
Uh,
any type
Array
array.
can be here, array can be integer, array anything. So logic should be same.
No, in the line 34.
Yes,
Like,
line 34. 34, this here.
yes.
Yes, this okay. Let's this constructor will expect you can pass the array of character. You can pass only array of character. If you check other constructor, so you can pass byte or you can pass byte array as well as you can pass byte array, char array, int array as well as you can pass. So lots of constructors you can just check out and which are useful. Manually you can also just check one by one character, again create the string operation, right?
And if we pass the int, then it will make it a string.
Let's try it. Yes. If you have any, this is the one good. You have a method in string class. Let's we have a one integer. Okay. We have a one integer. A equal to right. Now you want to convert to the string object. We have multiple options. One option, let key is say string s1 equal to just what you can do, whatever the is double quote and plus a. Okay, this is the one way. Or you can say no, I also can do in the different way. Instead of doing this, you can say string dot value of. See the value of operation. You can pass your a. You can get a string. Right? So are multiple options, or you can say string buffer means multiple way you can convert your primitive input integer to string object, or this way, or multiple way, or similarly say new string here. Here you cannot pass a. In this way, here if you're trying to say pass, here we cannot pass here because they are not expecting you to pass any. There is no any constructor for integer. You must pass a string or array of something. Let us here write something like array. Okay. So here again you are not expecting. So these are the some whatever the things you can do. What string class constructor offer? You cannot do anything whatever you want. So there are some yes, surely here you want again like double quote plus, and then you can do, because now after plus you become a string, which you are doing here, or value of. So generally prefer way you can use this or this, both are the same thing. Value of also doing the same thing, like whatever the your integer you pass, just return to string. So they just convert to the string. Multiple approaches, but as simple you can do. Right?
Yes.
So is it clear? Here we use this is the one constructor our Java API offer, so we can just get help, or we can manually do loop and create a string. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So till now, any doubts? Or
No.
okay, good. So anything for today? Or we are good?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir,
So yes.
sorry. Where we are swapping the numbers first and last one.
Hmm.
So,
Here we are swapping.
okay.
Uh,
Okay, I thought L is equal to L plus 1 is outside of while loop, but it's inside.
okay. Let us assume.
No, sir, I thought it is, so that will not work.
Now let's again repeat how we are swapping happen. Whenever you have a here A, B, C, D, and E. So first time you are creating one temporary variable T, okay, and you are storing this is your L, or this is your R. So you are getting the array of L position A. You are storing in A here, right? And then you can say A of L position is this position. What you put? You can put this A of R. This means E. E you can just here place. If you E copy from here to here, now if you not store somewhere this A value will be the last. So for those we can first hold whatever the value at this position. Then you copy one E variable here, and now we have this option here. You can say A of R position store this A value. So here we need a one temporary variable to holding the value. If you not storing this value, then A will be lost. You cannot find where is the A because you copy E. So before copying, you have to hold this actual value of 0 position. That is the A, and then you can place here. So this is the logic we written for the swapping. Is it clear? Before copying here to here, you have to hold what the value actually was that at previously. That is the temporary variable holding, and once done, then you can replace here. Then it's swap happen. Similarly for all.
And sir, this method we wrote static string reverse. It will give us the string but in opposite order. So why have we written at last new string?
Because you have changed this array, na? You have just changed all the content in this array, right? Now you have a character of array, so you have to return the new character of array, right? So whatever the character array we have is, you have to just convert to string because our methods are expecting you return me strings. Are you looking? This your char array. This is the character array. You have a this reverse value. Okay. So you have to all this reverse value. You have to return one string object. So this is the one string class of a constructor. You can pass the array of character. Whenever your program start, at that time you convert your input to the array of character, right? So this is your array of character. Now you swaps all the position wise value, and after that you have to somehow return this changed value. The change value returns, but our method expecting you give me the string. So how to convert array of character to the string? So this is the one constructor your string class offer. Just pass me array of character and I'll return to complete string. So they return this string. Right? So this is the one the constructor your string class offer. You can pass array of character and then this returns one new string object with this complete content. Look at that. This is the complete content like EDCBA. EDCBA. This is your return. Okay. So let's
Yes.
you will also use this some set of method constructor. It will save lots of your times, right?
Yes, sir.
Or different way you can do. This is the one way. Instead of we can say no, I don't know this. So what is the second approach? What is the second approach? You can do this way. You can let us we have a let us write different method. So here you can say let's for loop. Okay, whatever your character has, whatever the character have, okay, dot length. You have to run loop, and you can use like a string s equal to initially s equal to blank, and you can say s equal to s plus your each position value. Okay? You are just appending, and here s out. You notice you are getting complete the string value, and you can return this string. So you notice this. Okay, this is should be I. One way you can do this way. You can convert your character array to the string object. Now you are getting the string object, and now you can return this s. So generally, this is please be noted, generally avoid to create this plus operator या append in the loop. In the loop, multiple string object you are creating. So instead of writing this, you use a string buffer. String builder equal to new string builder. Okay. And same loop, whatever you run here, you run this, and you can say instead of this, you can say append. This is the function string dot append. This will create memory only one object and appending all the value. Okay. And here out dot to string. Now you are getting the same string object again. So these are the some approach where if you have a correct array of values, you can just get the string object. So this is the three approaches. One approach just use the plus operator. Okay. Or in plus, or you can say concat operator. This is the one. Also you have options. You can do here as a plus instead of say dot concat. Concat. S1 let's concat. S1, 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 and S1. Okay. So this way, one is the function plus operator to appending, one is the concat function, and best way to use the string builder append function. All are doing converting your character array to the string object, and here also uh, after you are to say this dot to string. String two. So these are the multiple approaches where you can convert your char arrays to string object. All are the same string object. So these are the first approach. You can just initialize and use the plus operator. Second, use the concat method. Third operator, generally best use way using string buffer or string builder. There are two classes. One is your string buffer. These two classes have one string buffer and a string builder. Both you can use to access the append method. So generally prefer string builder. String buffer is a kind of synchronized method. The performance is higher than slower than this. This is the better performance than this because string buffer is the synchronized class. This will allow at a time only one thread can access. So just don't go in detail. Just assume these are the multiple way where you can convert your character of array to the string object. The best way use this the constructor. If you don't want constructor, you can use string builder or string buffer. Whatever your character of array to convert a string or concat or plus. Just for testing, you can use plus or concat, but never use in the kind of production code. So, any doubt how we can convert your character of array to string? Maybe
So
using
what
plus.
is the string buffer class you
String buffer and string builder both have offer the same append function. Whatever you can do here, you can do the same things. So the same code here. Here you can just write here and you say string right. Okay, and here say string dot to string. So both are the same thing, string buffer or string builder. But this is the string buffer is the synchronized class and builder is the not. So this is the internal details, but all have the same things. All convert your character array to string object.
So what is a synchronized class?
Synchronized class, just assume whenever you write, this is the one class, okay? So this class is accessed by only one thread at a time. If your multiple threads running in application, at that time they wait, okay? They wait. They cannot use this class. But in the case of non-synchronized class, same time multiple classes can use. Multiple threads, sorry. Multiple threads can access your program. So might will later will study what is the thread and what is the synchronized. But as far you know, this is the synchronized class, this is the non-synchronized class. So this performance is like slighter slower in the case of multi-threaded environment. It will perform better because it's a non-synchronized class. Okay, you can just go through uh, internet and find the lots of differences. But as of you know, try to avoid these things, all the things. If you have a character array, you want to do in string object, use the constructor. This is the best way. But hi, someone asks you can do different way. Yes, we can do using the string builder. You can do using string buffer. You can do using concat. You can do using plus operator. Plus using plus using plus and or string using concat or string using string buffer, or these are the different approaches string using string builder. So now you have options ki whenever you have one array of characters, you can convert to string using the plus operator or concat operation or string buffer or string builder or new constructor. This is the preferable way. Use this way. Any doubt? How to convert your characters of array to string object?
Sir, when we reversed our input, it's
Yes.
in the form of array. So we can
Yes.
just simply write string in bracket of the
Yes.
name
Yes.
of array.
Yes. Yes. Simply right. This is the support Java. A string class offer this facility. You can just pass me array.
And
I'll give you the case of.
what if we not write new? Then
So you
what will happen?
cannot create the this is the thumb rule. Whenever you are going to create the object, you have to use the new keyword. This is syntax compiler error. You cannot
Oh,
use the string
okay.
class in this way. For invoking constructor, you have to write new keyword, right? Whenever you are creating any class, if it's your test class, you can create the object. You say new. Then this is the syntax for creating object. Here you can notice. Here I am creating the builder object using the new keyword. The new keyword is the indication to the Java compiler. Now here developer want to create object that go in heap memory and create one object. Similarly, here you can a new keyword to string buffer, right? Even here you can also say the new string. Okay, so you can create with a blank value. Or this way, the multiple approaches have. So Java allow string object can be created using the in this way you can assign some value or using the new keyword or using the new keyword, you can pass some value as well as right here. Here you can pass some constructor or even some pass some value. Multiple approaches have. Just go through Java string class is a very special class. Multiple situation, multiple different way developer can. So they have written different way to create the string object. Right?
Yes, sir.
So let us explore these are some set of API that's help lots you. Okay. Until you are not exploring something that might be sometime very hurdle. Okay. That sometimes it's take a lots of save time as well as okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's a good for the day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we can close the call.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.